Hello, I'm Will Schofield, the Hall County School Superintendent, and once again coming to our public just to give you as much information as possible so that you can make an educated decision on the March 24th vote, which will have two referendums affecting your Hall County School District. The first is simply a question of, do you support an extension of the 1 penny sales tax, which has done so much for our district over the last 22 and a half years? And the second being, do you give us permission to sell up to $258 million of general obligation bonds to fund the beginning of the 10-year facility plan. Quite honestly, the vast majority of that is to replace some aging facilities that are inefficient, not only in terms of energy and operation, but also in terms of being able to offer the programs that we need for our Hall County students. One of the questions that we've recently received is, well, gosh, if we're going to have fewer schools at the end of this plan, then what happens in terms of redistricting? Wonderful question, although there are no concrete plans in place. If we took two elementary schools that were aged and no longer able to function the way that we need them to, knocked them down and created one school, then the first thing that would happen is students who attended those two schools would then have a first choice of attending the brand new efficient school. Obviously, with a school of choice, which is we are a district of choice, parents could make other decisions and send their children other places, but there would be a redistricting of sorts in that as we knock down two buildings and combine them under one roof, there would be a redistricting in that those students in those elementary schools would have the first choice of attending the brand new school. Second question we've had, well, if our student attends a different elementary school, what happens to middle and high school districts? For at least the last 25 years, your district, the Hall County School District, has determined that there is a great advantage to students attending one middle school and then moving on together to one high school. Middle school are those ages where students' hormones are getting started, where they're faced with so many challenges. And we just have come to the conclusion that if we can keep cadres of students together through their middle and high school years, that is a positive. We don't envision any changes to middle and high school redistricting. So if you are currently the parent of a student who's an elementary student in the Johnson High School District, that would not change. You would go to South Hall Middle, and then you would go to Johnson High School. The other decision that we've made is that mega schools, those high schools that have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 students, for our needs in the Hall County School District, we've determined that is not a direction that we want to go. We want to keep schools small enough that students have an identity, they feel like they belong, they have opportunities to participate in extracurricular activities, and big enough that we can offer all of those programmatic choices that set our students up to be successful in a 21st century economy. So I hope that helps. Once again, the gist of this quick video is that the only elementary students who would have a different district would be those whose schools were knocked down and had the opportunity to go to a new school. No districts would change in terms of borders for our middle and high schools. Have a great day, and again, hope you'll get out and vote March 24th, vote your conscience, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve Hall County school students.